Silence, stillness, calmness. That's the art of doing nothing. And my dog Maison is the master of that, doing nothing. For us, these two words, doing nothing, can be seen as a waste of time and connotes a negative meaning of being lazy. On the contrary, being busy is a seal of approval. We wear the label like a badge of honor, a validation and proof of our worthiness. Sadly, that's how the world works, and the earth continues to rotate no matter what. Even when half of the world is resting, another part of the world is hustling, and we take turns to do our parts. Non-stop action of doing things. The whole world is doing something every second, but there's definitely something we can learn from the art of doing nothing, and we can trace back to Taoism philosophy of non-doing, Wu Wei. Today, I'm not going in depth with the philosophy of Wu Wei, but let me list down some of the perks of doing nothing and how we can implement the art of doing nothing in our everyday lives. Doing nothing allows us to pay attention to our surroundings. I think most of us have experienced this in our lives. Travel to a touristy location and expecting to see an awesome view, but to our surprise, what we can see are crowds and crowds of tourists. Taking the same picture, making the same pose. I'm not shaming anyone because I'm one of them. Ever since I started enjoying making videos, I'll make sure I film down those memorable moments when I travel. To me, those are visual aids that can help me pull back those memories. You know, I'm really sentimental, and those memories are utterly important for me. And as the time went by, as I developed more videography skills, what I want to achieve whenever I travel is to come back with the best video ever. So, whenever I travel to a new location, I'll start recording and filming whatever I can to get the best view, the perfect angle, spending all the time I have on a place where I never seen before on videoing. One shot is never enough. Just in case this shot is not smooth, I have a second shot. What seems to be the action of documenting memories down for the future purpose has become an action of occupying myself with a never-ending to-film list. I might come back from a trip with a hard disk full of outstanding footages, but my mind was probably empty. Staring at those videos, I start to question myself, was I standing at a place when I'm shooting this? Because I can't remember much about the breathtaking sight. And that reminds me of the ghost cat scene from The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, when Sean O'Connell, the photojournalist, decided not to take a picture of the snow leopard when he spotted it, and Walter Mitty asked when he's gonna take it, and this is what he said. Sometimes I don't. If I like the moment, for me, personally, I don't like to have the distraction of the camera. I just want to stay in it. And that's gonna be one of my favorite scenes from that movie. And that also got me thinking. Even when we are experiencing something once in a lifetime, sometimes it's fine to put down our cameras and do nothing. Be present at the moment. Because doing nothing allows us to pay attention to what is in front of us. All we need is our 5 senses. Absorb and feel our surroundings. The breathtaking view is right in front of us. But they only become perceptible and purposeful when we stop and do nothing, but pay close attention to the world. This view might not cost much, but we have to pay one of the most scarce resources we have, our attention. But don't get me wrong, I still love to document precious moments like this, but I also love to have some time doing nothing and appreciate what is in front of me. Next, doing nothing is a waste of time. That's the reason why we can't stop working, and also the disappearance of our boundaries between work, rest, and leisure. I mean, it makes sense because our day only consists of 24 potentially monetizable hours, no more or less. Time is one of the most crucial resources that are just too valuable to spend doing nothing. Let's look at the hustle culture, where everyone are competing against each other for one-time jobs. And the only way we can prosper in this cutthroat economy is by always hustling and never stop. When there's no clear separation between work and leisure, doing nothing seems like a waste of time because every second wasted is every second not earning. The always working mentality is detrimental for our relationship, mental health, and physical health. That's the reason why we have the 888 rule. To rejuvenate ourselves in order to have more power for us to continue the next day. It's the best practice to keep our work-life balance in check by dividing our 24 hours equally into work, leisure, and rest. We should give ourselves the right to do nothing in particular, at least 1/3 of our day. For now, we have to come to a pause forcefully. We feel uncomfortable or even anxious because we are growing older with every single tick. But yet, our goal and destination is getting further. In this situation, we should also be accepting of doing nothing. There's no point feeling uncomfortable when there's nothing to do. We are not missing out if there's nothing much happening for us to miss out. And one good practice that can enhance the art of doing nothing is the doing nothing meditation. I've mentioned about this meditation in one of my recent videos, and this practice is fairly similar to other practices like shikantaza, which translates to just sitting, and contentless awareness, and many other forms of practices which I can't pronounce. Our minds are always racing, bouncing from ideas to ideas. Doing nothing meditation is a practice that lets go of our sense of effort, the sense of trying, the sense of choosing and doing. The idea of contentless awareness means that being aware of our environment, but not concentrating on any specific content in our minds. We can think of this as the opposite of mindful meditation, where the whole point is to focus and pay attention to our environments. But what we are trying to achieve here is truly do nothing. Thinking about nothing. Focusing on nothing. Not even the thoughts of meditation. That requires great mental control. The step of this meditation can be easy and simple. Sit comfortably and do nothing. You might think, how hard can this be? That's what I thought until I tried it myself. My monkey mind will still mess around with my thoughts. But remember this, it doesn't matter what's the distraction because our mind will still pull us to different direction, and it's fine. We are not trying to meditate, focus, or concentrate in any ways. So I'll use the let go method. When you feel something, let it go. When you thought of something, let it go. When you focus on your breath, let it go. When you are thinking of letting go, let it go. It's still a relatively new concept for me, and I'm still trying my best to do nothing. It seems like a recession is impending. Markets are crashing because many industries have come to a pause. The stock market is reflecting enormous loss daily. We are producing less, spending less, and consuming less. Sounds like the whole world is going minimalist. But it's during times like this, people in the stock market start to panic due to the dip and they start to ditch. And that's when the loss is real. In terms of investment, you don't realize your loss until you sell it. And investing is a long-term game. I'm not an investor currently, but I do plan to invest in the future once I'm done with my loan. So, I'm not trying to give advice here. And I just want to share my thoughts based on the articles that I've read. And what's important here is the connection between doing nothing and how we handle financial crisis. Because when people are panicking and speculating, doing nothing and continuously follow your long-term plan might be the best thing to do. And when it comes to finance, time is a crucial factor. The earlier we have the knowledge and understanding of money, the earlier we can efficiently utilize it. Like what they said, the best time to start is yesterday and the next best time is now. When growing up, finance is one of the things I dread the most because I love spending money on fashion clothing. I didn't know where to start. However, the knowledge of financial literacy doesn't have to start with investment. We can always start with something easy, and I think the best way is to start with your personal finance. And if you are someone who don't know where to start, I'll recommend a class on Skillshare, and they are the sponsor for today. And this class is by Justin Bridges, Modern Money Habits, 5 Steps to Build the Life You Want. As a video creator, I strongly resonate with Justin's class on managing money because he's a small business owner himself. And he goes through the importance of emergency funds, dealing with debts, and saving for retirement. And during times like this, many people are losing their fortune, and knowing how to handle our personal finance is the perfect fundamental tool that we need to survive. Other than Justin's class, Skillshare offers thousands of classes ranging from graphic design, audio production, starting a business, and many more. And now, you can enjoy Skillshare Premium free for 2 months by being the first 1,000 people to use the link at the description below. With that, we'll have unlimited access to the classes. And even after the free trial, Skillshare is really affordable with an annual subscription fee of less than $10 every month. Lastly, we work and hustle as if we are to live forever, and doing nothing is a luxury we can never afford. But even after knowing that life is short, we try to squeeze everything into our lives as much as possible, with fear of missing out and afraid that we'll live an incomplete life. We might panic when times are bad and make the wrong decision that will jeopardize our long-term plan. Sometimes I think it's alright to balance the chaos by doing nothing. That's all I have, and please pardon me for not posting any video last week because my laptop was down and I have to come to a pause, but I wasn't doing nothing. I spent some time with my loved ones, and hope you guys don't mind me taking a short break like this. As you know, I started to work with sponsors on my video, and it started on my previous video, and I'm really thankful that you guys are being so supportive with this channel taking up sponsorship. And I'm also thankful for sponsors like Skillshare for sponsoring videos like this. I need to pay my bills and fix my laptop. And lastly, if you are here for the first time and enjoy watching this, do check out my other videos on minimalism and self-development. And you can show your support by liking this video and follow me on my Instagram. I'll keep you guys updated. I'm really grateful for the support. Thanks for watching this, and I'll see you guys on the next one.